So we're gonna go over some warm-up drills for running. So one I like to start off with is just some marching hip flexion. Okay, just keep your core stable. And this is just to warm up your hip flexors. Okay, so you can pause the video and do a few of those just until you start to feel your hip flexors engage a little bit. Okay, now that you've done that, okay, we're going to go on to the next one. Heel taps. So this is good to help warm up your quads, to help with that loading response of running. So I'm going to do my good side. Okay, so you stand on one foot. Okay, it's going to work your balance too, and you're going to bend your knee and tap your heel. So when you're doing this, you don't want your knee to wobble too much. You see my not so great side, my right leg has a tendency to cave in a little more, so you should probably work on it more on this side. But do a few until you start to feel your quads engage. So you can go ahead and pause the video, do some of those on each side, and then unpause it and come back. All right, so the next one, I like to do some leg swings to help lubricate the joint in our hip. So you can start with front leg swings. Now when you're doing this, don't like overarch your back. When your leg comes back, you want to squeeze your glute. Okay, so we're getting a little glute action. So you can do some going front to back, and then you can do some going side to side. When you go out to the side, squeeze your muscles there. You can swing your arms too, since you will hopefully be swinging your arms a little bit while you run, because we want to warm up our upper body too. So you go ahead and pause the video and try those out. All right, so the next one I like to do is for your ankles. So you can find a wall. I'm just going to use my treadmill here. So you're going to lean a little bit, so it's going to stretch your ankles a little more that way. And you're going to start just by going up onto your toes. You can do some of those, and then you're going to add a knee drive. Okay. Up. And as you drive up, think of putting some pressure through your big toe. Oops. Since that's where we get a lot of our toe off power as we run. So go ahead, pause the video, and do some of those. All right, so the next one, just some stationary lunges to help get the big muscle groups firing a little warmed up, and also to help with that quick response of loading, from going from the loading phase and back up. So you put your hands on your hips, lunge, come up. Lunge, come up. When you lunge forward, try not to let your knees wobble. Try to stay pretty stable so you're not getting too much of this going on in your knees. So do a few of those on each side, pause your video, and come back. All right. So as you're doing these, you may feel like your heart rate's coming up a little bit, which is good. It's part of a warm-up. Another one I like to do just to help with that quick turnover is just a few quick hops. Okay? You don't have to go super low just to get that elasticity firing in your legs. Do 5 of those or so, pause video, come back. All right, so hopefully by now you're feeling like a little out of breath. I am, probably because I'm talking a lot. So to work through the range of motion in our legs, another one, I'll just try to go into a low squat, okay? Some people are more flexible than others, so just go as low as you can, and just do a few of those. You'll probably feel your ankles start to stretch a little bit, and that's good. So you can go ahead and pause the video, come back. All right, so next one, for your hamstrings. I like to hold on to something, and I'm going to do like a single leg deadlift. So I'm going to reach, and then when I come up, I'm going to bring the leg up. Reach, come on. This is going to work your glute and your hamstrings, which are very active during running, especially if you're doing hills. Okay, so reach down, then come up. Do both sides, you know, a few repetitions, 5 repetitions on each side. Pause the video, and then come back. Last one. Yeah, just to get a little rotation through our hips, just standing hip rotations, just to mobilize the hips a little more. Now I'll do, 3 to 4 sets on each side. So you can run through those. For me, warm up takes about 10 minutes, and yeah, see how that goes, and then have fun with your run.